last month or so. What is your opinion about this team, about the way you guys handle, chippiness and adversity and close games down the stretch?
I mean, since I've been here, I've noticed that we have great resolve. We have a high level of maturity across the board, and we've been able to win those close games.
Hey, you've talked about how important role definition is for this team.
Yeah.
The lineup's down the stretch, though. There's a lot of flexibility there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you kind of, as a team and individually, handle those situations where you don't necessarily know what the lineup's going to look like?
Well, I mean, I think that's what makes the role definition so important, right? Because now, regardless of lineup, like, you know what your job is. You know what I mean? So, for example, myself, right? Like, I know if I'm on the floor with Luka, that means secondary ball handler. If I'm on the floor with Luka and JB, it's probably more spot-up shooter, right? If I'm on the floor with JB, then it's about, whoever's kind of got it rolling at the time. So that's pretty simple, right? The other pieces to the lineups don't really matter as much in terms of, like, the role aspect for myself. And I know everybody kind of has their checklist, probably their 1, 2, 3 that they go through, and they know who they're playing with at the time. Like, DP is going to roll more, right? Max is going to pop more. So if I'm coming off a pick and roll, like, I know these characteristics of them, and then that means our spacing is going to be different based on that stuff, But that's also part of, like I said, everybody knowing what it is that they're doing, just doing what they do. So regardless of lineup, because we know who we are, it allows us to play with everybody around us.
And then even if you're spot-up shooting, I would imagine you're going to start looking for your shot based off mismatch or shot clock or...
Oh, for sure. Like, those nuanced situations,
right.
Definitely, right? Like, if I catch the big on a closeout, right? Like, yeah, I'm probably spot shooting more right now, but if I catch the big on the closeout, I'll drive it. Like, you're still playing basketball out there. So, when we talk about role definition, it's a loose box. It's not like, sharpied in where, like, you cannot do anything else. No, like, it's a loose box just so everybody kind of has an idea of what's going to happen. And then we know, for example, like, if Boban closed out on me, I'm probably going to drive it. Sorry, Bobby. You can't guard me.
He's tossing strays at Boban. Most likable man in the NBA right there.
No, I know, so I had to do it.
Was that your first NBA rain delay?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember another one. I've noticed that Dallas doesn't handle weather very well. I would say I definitely have noticed that. We had, like, a grand total of, like, 1 inch of snow, and Uber drivers are calling me, like, I don't feel safe driving in this. I'm like, guys, it's basically rain.
You're playing a team that's on your tail in the standings, obviously, and you gut out a win like this in spite of an un-Luka-like performance, let's just say that. Well,
How's it feel?
Yeah, well, what does it say about the growth of this team?
Oh, I mean, I think it speaks to maturity. I think it speaks to resolve. Obviously, we trust Luka 1,000%. We know to be our best selves, like, he has to be at a high level, but it also is good every now and then, if he does have an off night, right, to have enough resolve as a unit to get a win against a quality opponent, right? Like, not, a team that we may play, obviously, in the playoffs or, something that, could happen when we're fighting for seeding, like you said.
And the situations down there, like at the end, when they're trying to get a three-point off and your guys are trying to foul, how tough is that situation when you obviously don't want to foul when they start shooting?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's one of those things that you definitely don't want to foul when he goes into his shot. You're trying to listen to, obviously Coach Kidd and stick to the game plan and do the right thing. I mean, when it comes down to stretch, it's about attention to detail, and obviously we were able to execute it fairly well this time.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, cool. Thanks, Spence. Appreciate your time.
No problem.